Oh, I got one. I got one in the strike zone. Come on. Oh, it's way down there. The KVD Dream Shot. Sparkly flakes in there, like green, purple, blue. They just shine more than any other bait I've ever seen, especially when the sun hits it. The sun is kind of covered today. It's a lot of clouds. And I have this tied on to a 3/8 bladed jig, black and blue. And it also has some blue flakes in there. So I'm seeing a lot of surface activity today again. The plan is to keep the bait off the bottom as much as possible because it's a sandy bottom. So the more I drag a bait across it, the more it's gonna cloud up the water and make it harder for the bass to find it. Is episode 3 of Fishing with ChatGPT. And I'm gonna be checking in with Chat along the way, getting real-time advice. So I'm throwing it out, letting it sink, and then I'm starting a slow, steady retrieve. Just enough to try to feel that vibration from the bladed jig. And then sometimes I'll speed it up and kill it. Sometimes I'll just go slow and steady with some pauses. ChatGPT recommends to throw it out diagonal against the current and just kind of let it float naturally back to the bank. And it will create a natural presentation for the fish, just floating by in the current. As the fish are staged up around here probably, waiting to ambush anything that comes by. All right, letting it sink, and then starting my retrieve. Trying to stay in the strike zone. Oh, that was a bite. That was a bite. Getting it. Oh, I got one. I got one in the strike zone. Yeah. A lot of the same size fish around. On the KVD Dream Shot, barbless hooks, There. Hey, buddy. Yeah, now that's probably a good 1.5 pounds. See you later. I just poked myself with the hook. Dang. I don't know exactly where my first egg kit is. Got myself pretty good. So I'm still seeing a lot of surface action. I'm thinking of putting on my glow chartreuse fluke and fishing kind of closer to the top since they seem to be looking up. What do you think about switching from the bladed jig to the fluke? You're reading the situation perfectly. If you're seeing consistent surface activity, that's fish actively feeding up, not down. So yeah, the fluke becomes a serious player here. In dirty water, especially when the fish are breaking the surface, they're chasing bait. They're reacting fast. They're not sitting on bottom structure. That fluke matches perfectly. Your chatterbait is great for covering water, drawing fish from distance, but right now, fish are already committed to the top. The chatterbait is running below the strike zone. You can catch them on it still, but you're slightly out of alignment with what they're doing. How to fish that fluke? This is key. Don't just reel it. This is where most people mess up. Cast past the activity, rod tip down, twitch, twitch, pause. Twitch, pause, let it sit a second. You want that erratic dart, hang, dart. That pause is where they smash it. Dirty water adjustment, important. Since visibility is low, make your twitches a little more aggressive. Keep slightly longer pauses so they can find it. If your fluke has the glow chartreuse look, even better. Simple decision rule for today. See surface activity, fluke. No activity, covering water, bladed jig. Tight cover, skipping targets, wobblehead. One sneaky tip, if they're missing the fluke, add a slight belly weight hook, keeps it just under the surface, or slow your cadence a hair. All right, so I'm gonna take off the wobblehead. I'm gonna tie on a fluke. We're gonna search with the bladed jig and zero in with the fluke. I'm seeing a lot of surface activity here. God, I just stabbed myself again. All right. All right, I'm gonna put a snell knot on the 4/0 wide gap hook, barbless. We got crimped barbs. About 9 or 10 times. And then you just pull that knot coil all the way down, pull the tag, and then cut the tag. Nice and strong. And I got my glow chartreuse fluke. I got one hanging out right here. That's not it. There he is. Right through the center, right back out the chin. Spin that all the way up over that gap, over our coil, slightly onto the eye of the hook. Pinch it and jab that hook right where your thumb is. It should look like that. And it glows in the dark, so if it gets down deep enough, that should help add some contrast. Twitch, twitch, pause. It's weightless, so it's a very slow sink rate. Trying to give you a good look of it underwater. Very erratic action, natural looking. Looks like an easy target under the water. A lot of action on the surface over here. bite. Here we go. There we go. Whoa, he spit it. That was a big one. That was a big one. Whoa. Here we go. Come on. Okay. That's definitely a 2.5, 3 pounder. Might get a weight on you. Hey, buddy. Beautiful. What's the matter in there? 2.2. All right, buddy. KVD caffeine shad. Carolina chrome color. This should help in our dirty water for some contrast. Right through the belly and come out the back. Nice and center like that. Oh yeah, it's nice and shiny. Here we go. Small guy. Probably 1.5 pounds, maybe a pound. Open up, buddy, it's okay. I gotta get this hook out of your face. Oh, it's way down there. Shoot. All right.
worries. No worries.